that groove. Now they yell on my dick, I just tell them to move. I extended the clip if they get and watch you come up out of your shoes. Man, how could I lose? I'm already lost in the brain talk or sing it, you smack with the Glock. I swing at the hand, I be cracking your top. Then for a second, I'm back in your block. If you let it fence and let them get off the block, if they fitting to get shot, man, it's fitting to get high. I know why they be hating, probably cause of them Glocks. Probably cause of them Rugers or them accurate shots. Bummy is something I'm not. When it comes to the money, bitch, I get a lot. What do you feel? What do you got? None of them things, you just lying a lot. The loudest the loud, I be flying a lot. You reaching, I shoot, now you lying the box. Shoot off your legs, watch you crying the block. I smile while I ask, are you dying or not? Slowly but surely, I'm watching the top. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it, They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. They don't want us to make it. So I guess we gonna take it. We say I'm fully dressed. We strip it down, then we rape it. Really got something to prove. I'm not like your dudes. I'm mixing this music, we making these moves. He got that heat from the verse of the tools. I got that fire from bars and the tools. Nobody can take it. Most of these jokers be faking. When it comes making these songs, with history in the make it. So I guess it's time to break it for rules. Savage, I am just a casual dude. Cross the line, better pray for you do. Bars getting served like some tiramisu. Now this what we do. Hotter than a frying pan. Show up. And she hotter than I'm sliding in. Man, I got nothing to lose. Don't make me true between music and you. Cutting you off is something I do. Always on alert, don't catch me or snooze. It's off in the muscle, we some talented dudes. Fuck around, Mr. Summer. I'll just drop it in the winter. Don't matter when we decide to drop. On the charts, we'll be winning. Underground, no commercial. Juggernauts when we roll through. Don't want us to make it, so don't say shit, we'll be why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it. I know why they be hating. They don't want us to make it.
Yeah, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10
11 and 12. Let's get
yeah. Yo, could y'all hear me? We good? The levels.
Billionnear Radio.
Yo, billions. Yo. We thank y'all for tuning in to Billionnear Radio.
The shades came.
Man. Yeah, shades off. You know what gets serious. Episode 31. We thank y'all for taking this ride with us. I'm your host, Big Arm, the lad with the pad. This here's my co-host. He's a star, Latif Billions. We are the infamous Troll Brothers. We make it do what it do. That's just the show that what it make you do. Make you laugh,
cry,
make you mad.
Yeah.
You be like, why? They talk about why they doing us like that.
Make you think.
Yeah, we make it happen. If you're new to the channel, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, Facebook, Instagram, follow us on all streaming platforms. We appreciate y'all for making this happen. Today's show is sponsored by an outfit for you by Michael Keenan's Family of Brands. And Michael Keenan, not for you, a Family of Brands, he makes a lot of things happen. If you want to be successful with your business, if you want to make money, my guy Michael Keenan is the guy to call. He'll make it happen. He's built popular fashion brands that you guys like to wear, such as WESC, Hurley, Steve Madden, Joseph Abboud, Ralph Lauren, Tom Hilfiger, and Sean John. This mic sounds funny. You can hear me in this mic.
Yes, sir.
I sound good on the mic. Loud and clear. Turn my mic up toucan for me.
Crispy clean.
Yeah, just turn my levels up. His company, his company also. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
You trying to blow the eardrums out.
The eardrums way off, man.
Goodness.
Yeah, but actually, Michael Kanan's company also if you guys like to watch TV, it's not a night of TV. You're not going to see his stuff. Like he actually is currently wardrobe styling some of the shows you like to watch, like NCIS. We watch this show. We know it. SWAT, Blue Bloods, Magnum PI, Law and Order, Chicago, Blue Bloods. All those FBI shows you see. Like I said, 17 shows. I think it's more than that, but 17 shows. It's not a night you're not going to see his stuff when you're watching TV. He has a team of executives, sports, entertainment, fashion, retail, you name it. These guys are really making it happen. He has a plan. He follows it. He sticks to it. He does what he does. They're currently working on the fashion line negotiation right now. So the fashion line will be out there soon. It's coming. In the meantime, y'all can check out my fashion magazine, Fast Mode, fashionmoment.com. Check it out. You dropped the fashion magazine, Fashion Moment magazine. We did it for y'all. It's online now.
All over the gram.
It's rolling. It's rolling. It's going to keep getting better. You know what I'm saying? A lot of videos for you. Anyway, anoutfitforyou.com, Michael at anoutfitforyou.com. And if you have any pain, those bombs, Hinkle Hemp Bomb, pain relief. That's his buddy Patty. On that note, we're going to rock episode
31.
31. We thank y'all for playing rock.
Let's get
They saying, why y'all do what y'all do and say what y'all say? I said, because we don't care. We don't care. Nah, it's entertainment purposes. We love all our fans. We wish y'all go to YouTube, though, but y'all just love Facebook and Instagram, so I guess we're going to just be acceptable for whatever you guys do.
True.
But why you give me that look, man? I didn't have to look at you, and I know you gave me that look.
Lad with the pad.
Definitely,
Let's dive into it.
Dive a little light. They talk about your boy Dave Chappelle again.
Oh, man.
They on him. His school was apparently, they was doing the whole sponsorship and a fundraiser for him, and they was building a building for him.
Okay.
But some of the I think they said it was about 2 of the students was against it because they're in the lifestyle of the LGBTQ and they was against it.
Okay.
So they canceled that whole situation.
Okay.
Because they said that there's a team of people in the school that's against it.
Right.
And I'm trying to figure out, why are you guys against Dave Chappelle in the LGBTQ community? I'm scratching my head bone. Right?
Right.
Because he never disrespect anybody and he just talks comedy. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to figure out if that will benefit a greater purpose. If they're going to do a fundraiser and things that's going to benefit a greater purpose and for more people, y'all should be pushing that. Y'all shouldn't be saying, no, Dave Chappelle can't do this even though it's going to benefit so many people. Y'all should be pushing, say, hey, listen, we promote that. Let him do his thing because more people are going to benefit for those scholarships, for the building that they're going to build, for the fundraiser. What do you think about that?
I think they could. I think they should contribute to what he's trying to do. But the thing is, they got power, and I think they're a little upset that Netflix didn't cancel his show. So right now, they just bickering right now. It's like right now, they just being petty.
Yeah, I definitely think it's petty. I feel like we catered to the LGBT community for a very long time. We cater to them all the time. We respect them. We never say anything bad. We respect them.
Right.
At the end of the day, whenever it's a common good for the kids, because remember, this is a school.
Right.
So for the kids, I think you got to put those personal differences aside and do it for the kids,
Right.
So if Dave Chappelle wants to do something for the kids, scholarship fundraiser.
Why are you going to try and stop that?
Right. Like, that's not a good idea. I don't think.
That's education.
I didn't understand that whole purpose.
I mean, he trying to do something super positive and hopefully save some of these children's lives with a degree and a good education. But why you want to put a stop sign on that?
And that's the big picture. Y'all taking it personal. You can't never mix personal with business. It's a good look. Now, if I was an LGBT community, if I was like the head, I'd say, okay, Dave Chappelle can do this, but he needs to mention us in it. Like put us somewhere on it. Like if you want to do that, say, okay, so we had something to do with this being built. Say, Dave Chappelle and the LGBTQ built this building. Something like that. If you want to slide that in there, I would say that, but I wouldn't cancel the whole thing. You know what I mean? I know he probably won't want to do it, but I'm just saying.
I don't think it's gonna go down, but we'll see.
Well, no, they stopped it. They stopped it.
They stopped the
It's
building?
not happening. The building's not going to be built in Dave Chappelle's name, and it's not going to be any scholarships, foundation, everything. They just stopped it.
Well, then they lousy people. Then they cry about people treating them bad, and look how they making themselves look right now.
The school stopped it because of the kids threatened to have a walkout. So it was a whole thing. So you had to shut it down. It was that kind of situation.
Okay.
You had to shut it down. And you know, you're hearing about what's going on with, you know, your boy, I mean, it's sad. Travis Scott. The whole thing is sad, you know. Mm-hmm. And I want everybody to understand, get off his back, leave Travis Scott alone, because y'all don't understand how this business works. Y'all targeting him, and it's the promoters who have to, and but y'all don't know, Live Nation is already dealing with the lawsuit to this. But nobody's talking about that. Y'all keep mentioning Travis Scott. It's Live Nation.
Right,
you know.
Right.
And people that don't really know what was going on, there was so many red flags that it could have been shut down. Without a Travis Scott, you understand? Travis Scott's on a contract. Even though he's on a contract.
Right.
He can't be the one to say I'm not going to do the show.
Right. Because
he's in the contract. He has to do the show. Live Nation had to say, hey, you know what? This show is unfit. It's unsafe. So we're not going to do the show. Astro World's going to be. Live Nation got to make that call. Travis Scott can't make that call.
So what's that all about, though? I mean,
because now they have more deaths. You know, so there's live. So there's now.
But what happened? Are you talking about when the people got smashed up against the wall?
Astro World, right?
Oh man.
Right, and you know, so Live Nation had to deal with that.
Right.
You know, they got all kind of lawsuits and things, but
I'm pretty sure their insurance is.
But there was many red flags already. They said there were people storming certain areas and rushing in. They got cameras. They rushing in without ticket sales. That's a red flag. So when you see somebody rushing in without ticket sales, you know, without tickets, they rushing the door. They getting in somewhere around. It was somewhere. Somebody didn't do their job. They think they were security. Somebody didn't do their job. So they got it on camera. They see people sitting there.
Right.
And it's like they rushing the doors.
All right, let me ask you a question. So tickets is prepaid for, right?
Not all the time.
Oh, okay. So some of them people just let me go to this concert and try to get in for free?
All the time.
Wow.
Every time there's a concert, there's people outside, you know, just hanging out. And there's people that are scalping tickets.
Okay.
You know, but you got people hanging out outside. And the whole point is they could have easily corrected that or shut it down, because you had a lot of people. If you didn't pay for your ticket, 9 out of 10, you're going to be a problem.
Right.
Because you didn't spend your money. So you got a bunch of kids
Right.
that rushed in without, you know, tickets and without having tickets, and there's a whole big thing. So it was a lot that took place that day.
Wow, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was tragic, man. It was a tragedy.
It was a tragic day, but stop coming at Travis Scott. He wasn't the one he just performed. That's it. He just performed. They try to say that he always has, you know, violence or things happen at his concert and things like, you know. I mean, they try to come up with all this stuff.
I mean, we ain't even gonna get into that.
What, the violence at the concert?
I mean, we could talk about some violent concerts where they get high and smash up against each other's body and toss each other all around the lot. Come on.
Oh, you mean the mash pitch?
Whatever it is, man.
Yeah, the mash pitch.
And
the mosh pitch.
Acting crazy. Like, come on, man.
But you know what's funny? A lot of them don't die, but some people did die though. You know, some people I'm just saying, like, everybody keeps talking about Travis Scott. It's Live Nation. Talk about Live Nation.
Right.
Live Nation handles the Ticketmaster or the sales for Ticketmaster. It's all Live Nation.
Right.
You know, so I'm just tired of hearing it, man.
Right.
You know, like, leave him alone. And then Nike goes ahead, and let me tell Nike, I know y'all not gonna listen to me, but you should listen to me. Nike, they postponed his shoe. Supposed to release December 15th or 16th. That's this Air Max one he got, right?
Travis Scott?
Yeah, Travis Scott got his own sneaker for Nike at that deal. They postponed it. But what they're not thinking of is that sneaker sale is going to sell through the roof if they dropped it right now. Whenever there's controversy, it'll sell through the roof.
So they trying to stop the sneakers because of that also?
They trying to stop they trying to stop the sneaker thing. They said
they just didn't weigh, man. They just didn't weigh.
It's not making any sense though. You know, it's called the Cactus Jack, you know, sneaker.
Okay.
But it's not making any sense. But here's my point to justify where Nike would make a lot of money. all Travis Scott sales went up.
Wow.
All his streaming sales went up. He on the top 200 on the Billboard.
Right.
He was like 50. He's now 38. You know the catch? His last album was Astro World. You know when that came out? 2018.
That.
All the streaming, everything went up because of the controversy. So you crazy. If you drop that sneaker.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Big bag.
A huge bag. I mean,
You might as well pull the Brinks truck up.
we live in a culture now where controversy sells, man.
Right.
All the money. If you want to make some money, be controversial. Because it's going to go on the internet. People want to buy it. People want to stream it. Think about everybody that does this internet controversy and how all their sales go up, how they become popular.
Right. Yeah, controversy is the key, man. Controversy is the key.
So I just feel like, and it's a lot of concerts that happen a lot of times. And people get hurt, and people die. I'm just like, but I know you asked that question last week about the 9-year-old and the dad.
Right.
Unfortunately, the 9-year-old died yesterday or the day before. He died. He was on life support. He died.
Yeah, people really be thinking they having problems.
Yeah, well, I mean, he brought his son to
Somebody always out there. You know what I mean? You just never know what people going through.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but yeah, rest in peace.
definitely rest in peace. That's not a good situation. But I had to say that about this Travis Scott. I'm tired of people talking about that. You're like, listen, Travis Scott, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, he does the concert. The security, y'all gotta understand, it's the security's job. And if you say it's short of security, that don't fall on Travis Scott.
Right.
He's the performer. Now, if it was just his thing, it's different, but he's in the contract with Live Nation, man. So you gotta understand, whatever happened, it happened, unfortunately, but leave Travis Scott alone. I better be a documentary about this. They're gonna stretch this whole to make a documentary. This is a documentary. This is a documentary about everything. Somebody's cat gets stuck in somebody's car pipe. It's a documentary. Like, you know what I mean? Everything is a documentary. You notice that?
Yeah, it's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen.
The dog on the roof documentary. Like, I mean. I'd be like, yo, you funny, man. I have no idea what that is.
Yo, don't bother me, man. I mean, I'm good.
You good? Dang, you must have had a great weekend, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. How was your weekend, man?
It wasn't great.
We never tell y'all about our weekends and our excursions. People say, y'all don't talk about y'all life enough.
Right.
Because y'all nosy.
I mean, I was under the weather a little bit, but
yeah, I heard it in your voice, man. That's all right. Just some halls of some lemon tea.
But I'm
green
working.
tea.
I'm working my way through it.
In the gym. Hit that gym. You been in the gym? You been in the
Yeah,
gym?
definitely. I ain't never gonna stop that.
All right, as long as you been in the gym, that's all you gotta do. Hit the gym, man.
Yeah.
That's it. The gym fix everything.
That's why I go first thing in the morning. Then I go to work.
The gym fix everything.
It do.
So I just keep hitting the gym. It's gonna make you feel better.
Yep.
But that's all right though. We're gonna make this thing happen, man. But yeah, they keep asking, why don't y'all talk about y'all life? Why don't y'all talk about what y'all do? I'm like, there's some nosy people out there, man.
I don't even like sharing that type of information.
Because your stuff you don't have regular stories, man. Like you.
I don't even want. Trust me, man.
Remember the story you told me about?
I don't want to know.
You be telling me stories like, oh, I had to hop over the gate and the dog bit my pants, bit my butt. I be like, he's just making this stuff up, man. He'd be like, nah, for real, I hopped over the gate and the dog bit my butt. Like, what are you talking about, man?
Listen.
It be real stories though, right?
All I'm gonna say to our listening audience,
yeah,
stay out the streets. Bro.
Stay out the streets?
Stay out the streets, man.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, because this is the time where it's the weather.
Nah, just focus, focus on yourself, focus on your goals.
Right.
Focus on what you're trying to do with your life and where you're going.
Right.
And make make the favorite person in your life, like, you know, it's your kids, you know what I mean? It's God, it's your parents. But your favorite person should be you. You know what I'm saying? Should be you.
All right.
Yeah, look out for number one, man.
Look out for number one.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's gonna be good.
But oh yeah, so and you know what? You gotta watch. So it's a lot of these people saying that everything's a hoax, and understand that everything is not a hoax. Like some things really happen, and I'm saying this because you have a lot of these mediums that's out here, and they're lying to people for views, and they're trying to, you know, whether it's a Democratic, Republican view, left, you know, left, right wing, you know. And my point is the dude Alex Jones, you know, he be doing all them shows, you know. Them controversial shows, you know, he just now since 2012 he was going to court. So nobody knew that, and he just lost the case because he said that the Sandy Hook was a hoax.
Okay.
Right. And he said it wasn't real. He said it was, you know, something they staged. People was talking. Remember back in the Sandy Hook situation,
right?
When he shot up, is that the movie? They shot everything up. The movie
Sandy
theater.
Hook. Oh yeah. They murdered,
like 26
people.
Yeah,
they got murdered a lot.
And then
men, women, and children.
And then people were trying to say that it wasn't real. It was actors that was there.
Well, why would somebody do something like that? Why would somebody create that scene?
Because they're trying to say that it was just something to push the Second Amendment and deal with for the arms and fire.
So that's the media behind it.
But here's the thing: Alex Jones was one of the ones that guy was really pushing it, saying it was a hoax.
Oh man!
And see what all those families who lost people in real life, took them to court. And what they found out was that he was withholding the real information about what was really happening to make money. And so this you gotta think, this is back in 2012. He was going. That's how long it was going on. It's 2021 now.
Okay.
It finally caught up with him. He got to pay all this money out in Connecticut. And now he got to go to another state to deal with it. But my whole thing is, you know, a lot of these things online are fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they want to say everything's a hoax about
the media. The media controls the masses.
Yeah,
that's what they do. They make that good guy look good when he bad, and they make the bad guy look, you know, when he good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or vice versa. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
But that's what they do. The media been lynching people since they started. It's all a control. It's all a system. You know what I'm saying? It's all a system.
It's all a system.
It's all a system, bro. Do you know what's real? Think about it. Dude, all the stuff, you watch the news, right?
Sometimes.
All right. And you know, but you hear about what's going on in the world, right?
Sometimes.
Okay. And it's overseas, it's around the world. But what is really real? What is really real?
I don't understand what you're talking about now.
All right, like COVID. And Aaron Rodgers, who said he took the vaccination. And I thought that was real, but it wasn't really real.
Aaron Rodgers came back.
Aaron Rodgers told the NFL that he was vaccinated.
Okay.
And they found out he wasn't. Fined the team and he lied about taking his vaccination.
Everybody lies. Nobody cared. They just put him back on the team. They just blew out Seattle like 17-0. He's back.
17-0.
Seattle took his first loss. Russell Wilson took his first blowout in his career.
A 17-0 is a blowout?
If you don't score, it's a blowout. If you don't get if you get no points on the board and you play 4 quarters, you can't get a field goal.
So you saying Russell Wilson got shut out for the first time in his career?
Blown out.
He didn't get blown out. 45 points, that's a blowout.
All right, shut out. What's the difference? What's the difference? Still got the word out at the end of it.
I mean, yeah, you know, he was over. That happens, man. Ain't nobody perfect.
But
you know?
I mean, but you brought up the whole thing, Aaron Rodgers and the COVID thing. I'm sitting there like, all right, I'm not going to say it's not real. I'm just going to say that they manipulate some information to cause confusion, but it's definitely a real situation.
You don't think it's a big deal?
I never said it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, okay.
What part is a big deal, though? Did you sound
that he lied, man? Wasn't that the big thing? Wasn't that the big?
But who cares?
The big thing?
Who cares? Children lie every day. Like, I mean, who cares?
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they got to pay a fine. Do you think the fine really hurt them? The fine is something to make it look good for the public.
No, it ain't hurting his pockets at all.
Ain't hurt his pockets, didn't
Or
hurt
his
the team
owner.
pockets.
Or it hurt his owner pockets.
Yeah, they didn't care about that. Like they said, take this.
Like brush it. Here you go, bro.
Yeah, so nobody really cared about that, man.
Right.
You know, I'm about to start some trouble, y'all. I'm about to start some trouble. Y'all ready to start some trouble? We about to start some trouble, man. You know what I mean? You know, I'm in the gym yesterday. We talking that talk, and I told him we want to talk this talk.
Right.
You know, in some kind of way, we got into a question of what age is too young for a guy to be dealing with a woman. Like how? So in other words, if a guy is, let's say, 40s or 50s, right, what age is too young, and vice versa? How would you feel if you have a young daughter in her early 20s and she brings home an older guy? Like, you know what I mean? Is that a? Do you see that as being the problem?
I think. I mean, I would say 28, under 28 would be too young.
All right, so why is that too young?
Because once she becomes a woman, a grown, full-fledged woman, paying her bills, living her life, she could do whatever she want to do. So she makes her own choices.
So why is it that if you said 28, your number, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I picked 25, make everybody happy.
Right.
But, you know.
I think when she's 30, she could do whatever she wants. All right,
so you have a 22-year-old daughter.
I don't like that.
Okay.
I think that's way too young.
All right. But it's a legal age.
It is, and she still can do what she wants to, but I don't approve of it.
Right.
I don't like it.
It's a lot of things you're not going to like. But if it's a 22-year-old daughter.
Now, if she's 22 and he's 32, I don't think that's,
40. I said 40. So if she's 22 and she bring home a 40-year-old guy, she's 22 or 21, a 40-year-old guy.
Right.
How do you handle that? And is that a problem? Is that a problem?
That's a that's a touchy situation.
This happens every day because women like older men.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's a tricky situation though.
All right.
Because 22, she grown.
Right.
And if she got her own place and she living her own life, I might not agree with it.
Well, if she don't have her own place.
She ain't living under my roof like that.
Okay, she can go to his house.
Yeah, she can go to his house.
Right. So what I'm saying. So what do you do about that? Like, do you have a problem with it? Do you think it's wrong?
Yeah, I mean, it's
so what age is
it's so hairline?
What age is
it's
too
so
young?
hairline fracture because regardless of what we saying, they out here doing it up.
And that's what I'm trying to tell people, man.
They out here doing it up.
Like people don't be thinking about that,
right? But see, another thing they leave out. A lot of them younger women be chasing a bag too.
Always.
They want to get their nails done. They want to get their hair done. They want to buy some shoes. They want to go shopping. They want some money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that comes behind that. They want somebody that's stable. Because, if they stable, they know that, his stability, it's going to keep her stable, especially if he like her. She going to be able to depend on him.
At that age, is all sex, though. All he wants he wants is a young, what they call them, tenderonis back in the time.
Excuse me.
He was a young tenderoni. Like, it's all sex. Nobody cares about all that. It's just, we can color all she wants. But the whole point is that, you got people out here that are trying to stop women from doing what they want to do at the age when they're appropriate. And they try to say that if you're 40 or 50 years old, you shouldn't mess with nobody that's 20 years old.
Right.
22. I mean, 22.
And that goes
25,
and that goes
26.
And that goes for the women too, right?
Oh, for the Cougars.
That goes for the women too, right?
The Cougars snatch them up young. The Cougars be sitting out with candy bars, waiting for them.
They be camping with them Xboxes and them PlayStations.
But I'm saying, why is it such a big deal?
And that new Madden.
Why is it such a big deal if the government and the state says it and the federal says it's legal? That's my whole point. If it's legal, what's the big deal if it's legal?
Elvis Presley married his wife when she was 13.
I don't know what that age was, man. I wasn't even there. They keep changing. I never heard 13.
I don't want the government. I don't want the government.
I never heard 13.
Yeah, he was 13.
I don't know.
She was 13.
I heard 15, maybe.
No, 16. She was 13 years old.
I never heard 13. They don't even sound right, man. I don't even think that ain't sound right. That sound like a typo.
Dog, it's pedophilia. Pedophile is a thing,
man,
bro.
I don't even want to do that.
Since the time of Rome, bro.
I don't even want to touch that. You know, you just crossed over with them words. But you know, we are going to touch on what's going on right now. So, you know, you talked about the dude, Kyle Rittenhouse right now.
Right.
They just dropped his gun charges. Yeah, he dropped the gun charge, which only carried 12 months, but they dropped the gun charge. He's 18 years old. That's what I want everybody.
The gun charge only carries 12 months.
He only carried 12 months.
So why everybody so upset?
Because you gotta understand, and out there they got open carry out there in those Midwest counties and stuff.
So you can't get the conviction without the gun charge.
And you're allowed to have a rifle before you can have a pistol, because it's a rifle, you can see it. So you're allowed to have a hunting rifle.
So where does the murder go without the guns? If there's no gun charge, you couldn't have created an act, right?
Well, they're taking away the charge.
They just well, they just pacifying.
Because they said the gun laws is kind of confusing to a 17-year-old. At the time he was 17.
Connecticut?
Nah, this is
Wisconsin.
Other end.
Yeah.
And they said it could be so they try to say it could be confusing. But I want everybody to know that this kid is 18 years old, man. He's 18 years old. And stop acting like kids don't be making mistakes. Like I'm not saying that what he did was right. But he was an 18-year-old kid. He did something stupid. You know what I mean? We did a lot of.
I ain't got no love for him, bro.
I didn't say I had love.
He gets no sympathy or pity from me.
I didn't use the word or sympathy
at all.
I didn't use the word or sympathy.
Put him under the jail. Give him 60, 80 years.
Why would you do that?
Because look, first of all, he put himself in that danger.
He's 18 years old.
He
18. He's a kid.
He ordered the guns.
18, man.
Illegally.
He's 18.
Packed the guns up. Got on a bus. Went to another city,
18,
and then start walking down the street with the ratchets, and then end up killing 2 people and shooting 1.
He's an 18-year-old.
Well, he can learn in prison. He can learn in prison.
He's 18.
I don't care.
I mean, my thing is, I want everybody to stop trying to mix the
and he all the fake crying on the stand and all that. Come on.
I don't think it was fake crying at all.
Man,
I think it was. Hey, you know the song? You know, All Cried Out. I think he's all cried out. He was all cried. He been crying. He's all cried out.
He better save them tears for where he going.
He was all cried out. But my point is that everybody keeps, you know, it's. I don't want everybody to confuse the energy, because we're talking about when cops kill black men, and people trying to make it seem like, well, you know, that's the same thing. How people are trying to compare the narrative and the metaphors. I'm like, it's not the same thing. This Kyle Rittenhouse thing is. Let that be what it's going to be, and let us stand where we're standing on, because we're not trying to say, oh, like you're saying, no sympathy. Listen, what they do, we got a bigger fight to fight, and I don't want that same energy to go into that, because that's totally different. That's what I'm saying.
You know, people, I wish he gonna listen. In my opinion, he should get what he gonna get. You know what I mean? He gotta pay some type of dues.
He definitely gotta take accountability.
Because you're saying he 18, but how old was the 2 people he killed? Because they're no longer alive, and they family don't have their 18-year-old or 19-year-old.
What I'm saying is, a lot of them are young, and when you're 18, you know, they try to say you're an adult when it comes to that, and they're going to give them what they're going to give them, you know. But I don't think, like, at the end of the day, he's 18 years old, and people are trying to say, well, whenever the black people at 18 do stuff, they throw them under the jail and all the type of thing. I'm like, all right, I get it. I don't always want to put a color on it, but I'm just saying, anybody that I dealt with the youth, right? I worked with kids for many years, and I'm 18 years old, a child is just figuring out life. They just starting to figure out life.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're going to make bad decisions.
Right.
You know, but we can't look at an 18-year-old like he's 30 or 40 years old. That's my whole point. You can't treat a 40-year-old or 30-year-old, you know, an 18-year-old like he's 30 or 40.
Why not? He did a 30 or 40-year-old act, right?
There's no age act on that.
Come on, man. You don't get a cut, man. 18 is you well. Listen, yeah, it's a maturity level in there. That's true. But 18, you are way, way aware of if you murdering somebody or not, or if you pulling this trigger. If you pulling the trigger.
You know, so you got to understand. So we live in a society where video games desensitize kids to murder. Like, you know, like they actually pull.
So the video games is weaponized, is basically what you're saying. And the music.
They've been talked about that when when the Asian kid did the shooting at the Virginia Tech. Remember that?
Right.
And they saying whatever game he was watching, they found out he was playing. He literally acted the whole game out. You know what I mean? And was shooting people up. He had the weapons and everything. And look, a lot of these games.
Now they want to blame the video games.
No, I'm mentioning that.
No, he was a person of hate. 18, 15, 9, 11, 12. He was a person of hate. He had hate in his heart.
Who did he hate?
I'm not gonna get into all that.
Because
we don't got to get into all that. We already know who bailed him out.
But you said he person of hate. What do you hate?
What do you mean? He's a supremacist.
Okay, what color was the person he shot and killed?
I don't know.
Okay, that's what I'm trying
He
to
shot
tell
a
you.
white man.
Right.
But I don't know the other 2 people that he killed.
So what?
But he's still a supremacist.
So you're saying that
Listen, those people he shot was fighting against white, black, green, or purple were fighting against Black Lives Matter. That's why they was out there protesting. Because of Black Lives Matter.
And the same
so
team
he came there with the intention of, man, this Black Lives Matter stuff. I'm going over there, and I wish I see, and that's what he did. The police called him a hero.
If you watch the video,
they took him home.
If you watch the video, he was leaving with his long rifle gun. Mm-hmm. So he didn't do anything until he got to his own people that was on the same side. Mm-hmm. Right, them the ones that got into it and shot each other.
Well, there's a lot of people out there with guns.
Right. There's a lot of people with guns. But I'm just saying he's an 18-year-old kid. So I just stop hearing everybody talk like he's just this ravage savage. 18-year-old kid. There's a lot of...
He is a savage.
He ain't know what he's doing. He's 18, man.
He ain't know what he was doing.
He ain't know. Listen.
I'm glad you not the jury.
Yeah, listen. I'm not saying he don't need to go to jail. Let me clear the stand. I ain't saying that. But I'm saying I'm not going to act like he was just this Ted Bundy murderer.
Why you feel, you know this kid?
I'm not going to act like he's just Ted Bundy murderer, what I'm saying.
He is.
Or Jeffrey Dahmer.
He is.
All right.
What are you talking about?
You know what I mean?
He's a murderer. He took 2 lives.
He's a murderer. But do you realize, and they're trying to say self-defense, but so how about the person, okay, I'm glad you said that. So if somebody murders somebody, right, who tries to attack them or in self-defense, is that person still a murderer?
If someone
murders somebody
in self-defense,
I gave you the answer in a sentence, like in school. If somebody murders somebody and they murdered them in self-defense, are they still a murderer?
No, because you ain't getting charged for murder, even though the person got, the person's dead. But it was in self-defense, so you was protecting your home.
So if you murder somebody
against if you don't follow the laws, if you don't follow the law and the graphic and the grid of how it works, you're going against the law, you're breaking the law, you are a criminal, and you are a murderer. Now, if you can kill somebody within them guidelines, it's not. They're not saying that you a murderer. They're saying you defended your home, or you were standing your ground, or somebody tried to rob you, and it was self-defense. It's different.
I think self-defense is a slippery slope in every category, because if I feel like my life is threatened, then you can't tell me I didn't feel like my life was threatened. That's my whole point.
Yeah, I feel that way about that too.
That's why it's a slippery slope. So some people are literally cowards, right? They can go into situations thinking it's a situation, but it's really not. They're just cowards and they're just scared. Right. That's my whole point. So everybody's point of view is based on who they are. And if a person's not built like that, and they got that shaky mindset, they're going to feel how they feel, and they're going to feel like their life is on the line. So if they feel their life was on the line, of course you're going to pull out, you're going to shoot, because you can't fight. Everybody that can't fight going to definitely shoot. So we already know he probably can't fight because he could have knuckled the boys up.
Who?
The Kyle Rittenhouse guy.
Did you see this dude?
Yeah.
Oh my
goodness.
He ain't knuckling nobody. Bro.
I just said that. I said we know he's not knuckling anybody. He can't fight.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So of course he felt like his life is on the line.
Yeah, but he has anger issues.
A lot of people
he has to really. When he goes to jail, he needs to see the psychiatrist in prison.
You got anger issues.
Because he has anger issues.
I got anger issues.
Yeah, but I know how to control my anger
issues. I learned how to control mine over time.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so there you go. But something else that's crazy going on your boy the baby. You know, we talked about him a lot
That
earlier.
was deep.
And, you know, him and Danny Lee. You know, he put it on Facebook, right, and Instagram or whatever. You know, and it kind of makes sense to do that because you know if you don't, we live in a time if you don't record it because for those that don't know, he put his baby mama Danny Lee
out the house
with a 3-month-old baby
because she was trying to profit off their baby on the internet.
No, that's not true.
That's what I heard.
Nah. The argument, she said the argument started. Now I don't know what was, I wasn't there, but she said because it all started because she had Plan B sent to the house, and he was tired of shooting the club up all the time. You know what I mean? That's how the argument started.
She don't want no more babies.
Right, and he like, look,
hey, babies. She don't want no more babies.
Right, but and what's crazy is you know how they're trying to dismiss her character right now.
He's fortunate to be able to take care of his kids though, the way that he do. He takes very good care of his children.
But would you treat your baby mama like that? Would you record it, put out? Because they said in November they already called. The cops came before.
I really don't want to be involved with a woman that got her business all on Facebook and Instagram.
But he did it though,
and putting her children.
He recorded it. He recorded it because
people be using their kids to get likes and stuff like that. Bothers me, man.
And he called the police. See, okay, let's talk about that. Do you think he would?
I don't think he should have called the police.
Why not? Why not though?
Because he a man. One, why would he call the police on his baby mom?
Yeah, but
that's the number one rule. We don't never call the police.
No, that's the street rule. When you live in the streets. if I gotta, you gotta listen. If you got somebody, you gotta think about it.
I ain't calling the police on somebody I love, man.
If the man
over a fight or an argument.
If the man puts his hand on a woman, then it's a problem, right? So now you got a man that's responsible to call the police. We saying the same thing. It's a problem. So what's the answer? What's the win?
He could have handled that differently.
How can you handle it any differently? Because
so you saying that he put her out and then she went crazy.
She went crazy first.
And was basically like, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't la. Did she start tearing stuff up?
Not on the video. She stopped by then.
But why did he call the police?
But his mom came to the house.
Why did he call the police?
His brother came to the house. It was a whole thing, filming. And I'm just saying, like, okay, like, why is it a problem if a man called the police? I think a man should always call the police if a woman gets physical toward him and he feels like it's out of control. Because you can't hit him.
You know what, man? I ain't going to be a hypocrite. Because I did call the police.
You have to.
On a chick that was just sitting out on my steps and wouldn't leave.
We all did that.
We all did that. Company upstairs.
Yeah, we all did that.
So I did have to call the police to have her removed.
Right, of course. I had that before when I had stalkers and stuff like that. That happens.
I knew they wasn't gonna hurt her, but she just, she had to go.
I didn't care what happened at that point. When you got a stalker that sits outside and waits, it's a little spooky. But but what I'm saying is, why is it a big deal that he called the police? Because it'd have been a bigger issue if he put his hands on her. So what option does a man have?
So he was smart about that.
That's his best thing to do.
He was very smart about that.
He called the guy, and then he had to film it and see. So now everybody can watch online. So she can't lie, make her story up, and say things happened that didn't happen.
Right.
So he filmed it, and everybody took it as if you trying to be clout chasing. No, he's First of all, he just came out the hot seat from the LGBTQ. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
So he already on 2 strikes, whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? He got a couple strikes. So he.
And he's still making his money. And they tried to shut him down, but he's still getting his paper. But
do you know who she is? Danny Lee is? Danny Lee was the next Apollonia.
I seen the picture. I seen the video.
No. Do you know who Apollonia is?
That was Prince's girlfriend.
Well, I don't know if it was his girlfriend, but he was the one that he was working with.
Well, that was one of his artists. I think
or even the next Sheila E. She could have been next. Do you know anything about Danny Lee at all?
No.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So we can't treat her like she's this bum chick.
Right.
This chick was mentored by Prince before he died. You see what I'm saying? She was at 14 dancing and singing. She choreographed his last song he did, Breakfast Can't Wait.
Right.
She choreographed that. He asked her to choreograph
Is
that. She was 20. She was
the baby married? Oh, he's still like he's single.
I mean, I don't know his status, but supposedly he was trying to say that was his side chick all of a sudden. But then she put all the receipts up to say side chick what? I was
Right.
But my whole thing is this Danny Lee chick. She's like a real talented person, choreographer, artist, writer, and she stopped actually dancing. She was a dancer. She stopped dancing, when Prince had
a stripper.
No, choreography dancing.
Right.
And mind you, she's 14, 16. She's young, and right now,
she's 14, 16.
No, when all this started.
Oh, okay.
So in 2018 is when Prince died. He was pretty much her mentor. So right now, I believe she's 20 years old, and look what she accomplished already. And she already got 3 albums out.
Wow.
She got a lot of hit songs out on TikTok and everything.
Wow.
So it's not like she need the baby for anything. So when people try to say live it up, I said, you know who this chick she is? If Prince ain't died, she's gonna be the next. So I feel like the baby got her pregnant because he trying to lock her down. Let's call a spade a spade.
Like Cardi, huh?
He like, hold on, wait a minute. You work with Prince? He mentored you?
The boy said, let me grab Cardi right now.
Think about that. You choreograph one of the greatest of all time music video.
Right.
And Prince said, well, I don't want to be in this one. He made it harder for us. I don't want to be in this one, so I want you to come up with something on your own. And she was coming up with images that looked like him, and you gotta check out the video online. And this is probably like 4 or 5 years ago when it came out. But this is before Prince died.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Let's let people know that this is not just some bum chick. This is a very young, talented, and pretty much now she's a mom. But just think, if he ain't get her pregnant, who knows what she's been doing?
He an arrogant dude.
But you see what I'm saying, though? You know what I mean? If you don't know the history,
he'll be doing that for publicity.
Right.
Can't even get the word out.
And now, the corny part, she got her brother getting involved now,
right?
Which he should. That's his sister.
Right.
But he calling the baby out for a one-on-one. They call in the West Coast in the fade. So when I see you, it's a fade one-on-one.
They gonna rumble?
Supposedly, he tell me gonna knock him out. Because he gonna take the disrespect how he talks to a sister like that and disrespecting the sister.
Well, baby can hold his hands.
I don't know what baby can do. I know he can shoot somebody.
Hands.
I don't know what nobody could do, man.
But yeah,
that TV thing is suspect. Isn't that a suspect?
I seen it on the mall. I seen him knock the boy out of sneakers in the mall.
Who said the boy in the mall could fight though?
Don't matter.
It do matter.
I said, I told you who could fight.
You're not getting no points for knocking out somebody that can't rumble. If you can't rumble, you can knock the person out. So just because you don't know this guy's pedigree or history or anything, he got knocked out by the baby.
So what you got on these chicks, man?
What you talking about, man? What did you talk about, man?
I'm just saying, man. We got a little bit of time left. What you got on these?
You always got chicks on your mind.
What you got on these chickens, man?
You always got chicks on your mind.
What you got on these chickens?
Why you always got chicks on your mind, man?
I don't know. I just do.
I'm not going to always talk about chicks. We just talked about a few women.
Nah, not like that.
Not like that?
I want some,
not like that?
I want some tea, man. And some dirt.
Some tea? Green tea or regular tea? You want the green tea or the regular tea?
I need the green right now with some ginseng and honey.
Ginseng and honey?
Man, I'm worried. Look, man, listen. I weathered through this show.
You weathered?
You don't know how I'm feeling, dude.
What you weathered?
And I'm about to hit the ground running as soon as I walk out that door.
As you should, good brother. As you should. As you should, man. Always, man.
Yeah.
You funny, man. But real quick, so because they had a little issue with Halle Berry was saying that Cardi B is the queen of hip hop right now, and the chick, the Winnie from America's Top Model says no, it's Nicki Minaj. Like it was the whole thing because Nicki Minaj just got an award for the MTV.
It ain't neither one of them. It's the Stallion.
No, right now they saying
Stallion.
Right now,
Stallion on top, bro.
They're saying that Cardi B doesn't have enough body work like Nicki Minaj.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nicki do got a nice body of work.
So, they trying to, but...
Nice body of work.
So, who you think is the queen of hip-hop right now? Do you like the way he's going right now anyway? Do you even care?
Like I said, I thought it was the Stallion, but, I ain't really been hearing much from Cardi or Nicki Minaj, so... But I've been hearing, as far as I think the Stallion taking over. And she nasty. She real nasty.
But that's where you like them, though. I mean, you ain't got a problem with that, man.
Man, I be in the car listening to them lyrics like, wow.
Check out Tiana Taylor when you get the chance. Tiana Taylor nice too, man.
They be talking heavy, bro.
Yeah,
I be
yeah.
like, wow, can you really do all that?
They're supposed to sell the image. They're supposed to sell the whole,
Yeah, man. I mean, no knock on marriage, but me personally, man,
Here we go.
I just think that.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, it's just my opinion, man.
I know. Here we go.
You know what I mean? These women, they sneaky as we are, man. They be in your face. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
Lying and crying.
Here we go.
Smut them and leave it like that.
All right. I keep forgetting. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, man. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, please share.
Mm-hmm.
Like, comment, subscribe. Facebook, Instagram, follow us.
Mm-hmm.
Billionaire Radio, NEAR, the Billions in there.
Billionaire Radio.
I know he wants some tea. I'm like, it's close, man. You know, interesting though. You know, they be talking that talk. You know, they be talking that talk, and so they had the nerves to, you know, talk about the actual 7 reasons why women don't like you.
Dang.
7 reasons. So this for all these single guys out there and the players
7.
and the players that's looking for something to play with. They talking about 7 reasons why. I don't agree with all these reasons, right? That I
It should
heard.
be like riding a bike, man.
You know.
It should come with ease.
But one of them was saying, you know,
Right.
guys that are too loud and obnoxious.
That's one.
You know, he's full of themselves. You know what I mean? He's just loud, don't respect anybody.
Right.
You know, and he don't care, you know, who he hurts. He just loud.
Right.
So supposedly the loud guys. Now I gotta speed through this because the time is like, listen, we might not. So I gotta speed through this.
All right.
So what I'm gonna speed through it and I'm gonna backtrack.
All right, do it.
So speed through it.
All right.
So we got the 7 reasons is because the loud and obnoxious. 2, you got, you know, if he doesn't have an aspiring life,
Okay.
you know, if you don't find a guy inspiring. 3, if he's like giving too sexy compliments too early, just meet you first 2-3 minutes talking about sexy compliments and things. 4, they said he's too arrogant. They said very confident is very cool, you know, and you know can be, you know, impressive and things like that. But you know, it's just a thin line between, you know, arrogant and being confident, you know. And then they said 5 is his parents. His parents is dry, is off. He's not well groomed.
Okay.
Ain't take care of himself. He don't smell good. 6, you know, he always talking too much. Always want to send attention. Always talking too much.
Right.
You know, he knows everything. He knows what you should do. He's always telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do.
Right.
He ain't listening to nobody's opinion.
Right.
And the last one they said, those clingy guys, too clingy. You know. And you know. These are the reasons why some of you guys can't have women.
Want to be up under her
single.
butt.
Right, man.
Nah,
But you know,
man, get at that bag, man.
but those are the 7 reasons.
You ain't got time to be up under her butt, bro.
And we really can't get into it, but I want you to at least hear it at least. You know, that's a little bit of tea with a drop.
But when you get time, get up under her butt.
All right, we thank y'all for tuning in to Billionaire Radio. I'm your host, Big Arm, the lad with the pad. My co-host, he's a star at Lock These Billions. You know, and like, comment, subscribe.
Man.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Episode 31. We taking this plane ride. This is sponsored by an outfit for you. Family of Brands by Michael Keenan. We appreciate you, Mike. And Hinkle Hemp Balm for pain relief. On that note, we out. Billions. We appreciate y'all.
Billions.